أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا حبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم محمد بن عبد الله وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الأرجاس وطهرهم من الأدناس وجعل مودتهم أجرا على الناس ولا سيما على بقية الله في الأرضين الإمام المنتظر حكم القدر صاحب الزمان عجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف لهداة المهديين وعلى صحبهم الأخيار المنتجبين وعلى جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين والشهداء والمجاهدين في سبيل الله منذ آدم إلى قيام يوم الدين. Before we open the floor up to questions or take papers in, there are a couple of questions from yesterday which due to time constrictions we were not able to answer. The first question is about Tawbah, when someone asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness for the sins they have committed and truly and honestly feel bad for what they have done. How does one know if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgiven them? We have from the ahadith that say quite clearly that man taba, taba Allahu alayhi. As we discussed during our talks, that the one who truly repents, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives them, not only forgives them, but commands their organs and limbs to conceal what they have done, commands the earth to conceal what they have done, and commands the angels to forget what they have written about their sins. However, this is true tawbah. As Rasulullah spoke about tawbah, saying, "At-tawbah tajubbu ma qablaha." That's tawbah which cuts away whatever went before it. However, we need to realize that when we speak about such tawbah, this tawbah is not something we just say with our tongues, astaghfirullah rabbi wa atubu. We need to have a deeper understanding of this tawbah in order to perform it properly, the way it should be. Tawbah, if we understand it, this tawbah, التي تجب ما قبلها, this tawbah that is supposed to cut away whatever went before it. This tawbah has a relation with the madi, with the past. This tawbah has a relation with the hal. And this tawbah has a relation with the mustaqbal, with the future. The tawbah is comprehensive. In that when someone thinks about the past and their tawbah, they know that istighfar is required for what they have done. And not only istighfar, we spoke about the pain and anguish in the heart for them being distant from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala due to their own doings. And this anguish in the heart, this pain of being separated from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala causes the tears to flow due to this sadness. These tears flowing, as we spoke about in the talk, are essential for this tawbah, to break that hard heart. Inkisar and khushu' in front of Allah, this self-brokenness and humility in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is essential. So we spoke about that which is required in relation to the past about tawbah. Tawbah has a relationship to the present. If I'm performing tawbah now, that was in relation to the past. Now, in the present, one is required to do tark, abandoning those things which they are sorry for what they have done. Now, that was in the past, now, I need to abandon these things. Not in the future, not in the past, now. Be it backbiting or whatever it may have been, tark is required now. So it has a relationship with the past, has a relationship with the present, in that one has to abandon fully what they used to do, and has a relationship in the future because now islah is required. Those things which are damaged in one's spiritual self for what they have done in the past needs to be reformed and rectified now. Now when we talk about the future, we require qasd and irada. That anguish in the heart which I felt, that pain gives rise, and this nadam, the regret over what I have done, gives rise to qasd and irada, this resolution and determination that no longer will this act come from me. So this tawbah has to be comprehensive, past, present and future. And if one does tawbah like this, then a tawbah tajubbu ma qablaha and man taba taba Allahu alayhi. Then one can feel in their hearts this sense of peace. Allah gives sakina, gives sukoon in the heart of this person, that now they have been forgiven. Once they cry, for those who perform tawbah in this way, they will realize once those tears come out for some time, they feel a relief. This is the sakina of Allah telling the person that they have been forgiven. So this is how, when someone truly performs tawbah comprehensively, sincerely, they will see that they have been forgiven. The second question was with regards to backbiting. We know it is haram, but what if someone accidentally overhears backbiting without the intention to do so? Are they punished? For example, the example in the question says that they are with a friend, and the friend begins to backbite, and this person tries to change the conversation. Remember, first of all, if they are your friend, friend means someone you are intimate with. If they are your friend, you shouldn't just indirectly try to change the conversation. No, you have a duty to inform them that this is haram, don't do this. Not in an indirect fashion that you interject and try to change the conversation. No, tell them this is haram. You shouldn't be doing this. If they're your friend, you love them. If you love them, you should be able to tell them openly, because it is for their own good. If you leave them and you change the conversation topic and they do not realize you have done an injustice to them, because they may repeat this in the future, whereby you had the chance to rectify their actions, you didn't do so. As we have in poetry, again of Rumi, he says, your friend is the one who comes and cuts your head off. Your enemy comes and sews it back on for you. Your enemy comes and, your friend comes and tells you on your face, look, this is wrong. Don't do it. This backbiting is haram. You may feel as if your head has been cut off, you've been humiliated in front of someone, but your friend will do this for you. Your enemy will tell you, no, don't worry. We're just joking. It doesn't matter this time. This is your enemy. The friend was the one who informed you directly on your face. So we have a duty to do this amr al-ma'ruf and nahi al-munkar, especially to our friends and our families and ourselves, first of all. So, if we hear this, we not only try to change the conversation, we tell them directly, look, this is wrong, this is haram. And secondly, the question was, if someone overhears this or accidentally hears this, are they punishable? They are not punishable for something they did not do out of their own will. Another question, I believe, must have been from one of the sisters, says that there is a girl in that school who wore the hijab and then removed the hijab after some time. Then afterwards wore the hijab again, then removed the hijab again after some time. As a result, the school or the members of the school now treat her badly. Should they be doing this, first of all? Secondly, should she be playing with Allah like that? The question asks. You can't play with Allah. No one plays with Allah. She's playing with herself. So, she's playing with herself. Should the members of the school treat her like this? Put it this way, someone who acts in this way, wears the hijab and removes it, wears it again for religious reasons and removes it, shows that this person has no principles, or their principles upon which they have based their actions or belief are flimsy. Should the school be treating her like this, or should the members of the school be treating her like this? Whether they should or they shouldn't, it is within human nature that someone who doesn't have principles, or who moves like the flag in the wind, takes the hijab, puts the hijab, takes off the hijab, puts the hijab. Someone who has principles like this, people will not respect them, naturally. They have earned disrespect for themselves. Should the school be treating them badly, or the members of the school be treating her like this? It is natural. Someone who adheres to principles like this on a flimsy fashion, people will not respect such a person. If a person, a Muslim brother, prays at one point, then he says, no, I don't want to pray. For a few months he doesn't pray. Then he says, no, I should pray. He starts praying again. Then for a few months he says, no, I don't care about prayer. People will not respect such a person. For that brother or for that sister who we are speaking about in question needs to ask herself or himself, why am I doing this?